What's up, y'all? For Public Safety here with you. This is going to get exciting quick. Got a lot to talk about. Got a lot to talk about. I've been silent for too long. I feel like I've fallen a little behind in sharing information with you, the people. So once the notification goes out and we start getting some of you, the people, in here, we are going to talk about a huge dump that I'm getting ready to take. What's up, Joe Black? Good to see you. Did the notification go out, I assume? Or did you just happen to see that I was live? Oh, no, there we go. We got some people rolling in. Come on in, folks. Come on in. We are going to get a little wild and crazy with it. I've been working on a video for you. Been working on a video. And as you all are aware, when I do a video, it's basically a government records dump. Or recordings that need to be on government record. And this case is no exception. The case in which we're going to be in reference to in the next couple of days, because here's the problem. Did you notice the thumbnail? This is why people fucking hate cops. It's because when the public needs them to do the fucking job that we pay them for us, not so they can pad the pockets of the politicians or get pay raises for themselves or get more toys to fucking play with to pretend to be military. When the public needs them to do their job that we and our tax money pays for, they're biased. They're picky. They get to decide who's worthy. And in that, they abuse the ignorance of the American public, the fucking morons who call themselves patriots and citizens of the United States of America, who will absolutely take a shit on the other people in this nation on behalf of supporting police officers. They just don't get it. They go, oh, well, you hate cops, therefore we're going to be biased towards you. And they literally deny people their rights to the legal system. And it ain't just cops. It is the government. They will deny you your fucking rights for your tax-paid resources. Now, I'm not saying that's completely the case here, but I'm saying that is the case in America. And a lot of people feel like they have to push to the extent that they've seen people like me and Tiffany on YouTube push to get anything towards their tax-paid resources. You all have seen what we've gone through. You all saw what we went through in the Jamie Knoll case. Just trying to get justice for what they did to us. You all saw what we went through. Denied. Cops saying, no, we're not going to do that for you. Records keeper saying, no, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. You need to go over here, go over there, go up here. And then they're all deny. Right? That's our government. And when it comes to police officers, whose job it is to enforce the law, which is clearly written in statutes, once they have identified you as a person who pushes the envelope in anger towards their derelict, then they use the excuse and say, well, no, you should call a crackhead. You didn't want us. You hate cops. That's why we hate cops. That's why. Put it on the chat if you agree. That's why the fuck we hate cops. And I still don't even hate them because I've met too many of them individually that are genuinely decent folks that are just fucking confused. But if the cops want to understand why the people hate cops, it's because you tell us that when we need you to call a fucking crackhead. And I've met a lot of cops who are crackheads. Maybe not on actual crack, but they're on drugs. Their mind's just fucked over thinking drugs, drugs, drugs. They become narcotics cops. And then they get to actually go do the drug game. And they get addicted to it. What up, Men's Ray? Thanks for becoming a member or being a member for 7 straight months. I appreciate that. So, speaking of law enforcement, Tiffany and I are back to boots to the fucking ground. It has been discussed with our attorneys. It has been carefully considered. We've thought about everything and where we're at, where we stand. And the position we're in is this. We tried to just lay low and be cool and give them the opportunity. We decided to give the government the opportunity to do what we pay them for. After winning a lawsuit against them, after having public officials imprisoned, we thought, all right, maybe you learned your lessons. Maybe you learned your lesson. After gaining a shit ton of fucking respect around here from politicians, we thought maybe our local government, at least, maybe they learned their lesson. Let's give them the opportunity. Let's give them the opportunity to prove that they will do the job that we have already paid for. Me and Tiffany. I pay taxes. We've already paid for it. And you all know damn well that for the past 2.5 fucking years, that crime after crime after crime after crime after crime has been being committed against us. And we've been reporting it. And we've been real cool to not walk into every one of these fucking agencies with a goddamn body camera on during a live stream. Y'all want to know what they did? They took our information. They wrote it down. They slid it in some fucking drawer somewhere. And they went, thanks for not embarrassing us on your YouTube channel. Did they think I wasn't going to record? Did they think that I actually believed that they would do their fucking jobs? If so, they haven't been paying attention. I have it all recorded. All of it. For the past 2.5 years, all of it. Including some FBI files. Put a one in chat if y'all be interested in hearing some FBI files. You want to see what your FBI is doing with your money? Put a one in chat if you want to know what the FBI is doing with your fucking money. If you want to see what the FBI, and I'm talking about the Department of Justice Corruption Unit, FBI, is doing with your money to protect you as United States civilians from government corruption. If you want to hear it for yourself, what the fuck the FBI's been doing, put a one in chat. Let's go, baby. Give me them ones. I love seeing all these ones. And I'm also going to love hitting the fucking button to premiere that goddamn video. It's coming. You, the public, needs to know. You all need to know what the government is doing with your money when it comes to stopping. Listen, government corruption hurts all of you. I promise. You think you're on the sidelines? because you didn't realize it affected you directly. When they steal that money out of the big pot and they go put it into shit that you are not allowing them to put it into, that affects you. That affects you. And then they run bullshit through social media to make you think that everything is about something else, like gas. Like they make you think, oh my God, gas is the big government issue. Meanwhile, all they're doing is fucking messing with your head. They raise diesel by $1 a gallon, and at the same time, they lower regular gas by $1, and then they go, look what the government did for you. They lowered your gas prices because most of you drive a gas vehicle. But don't be fucking stupid. We all have to pay for diesel because that's how the fuck you get everything you got. Shipping. The government is not doing anything but blowing smoke up your ass, while in all the categories of government resources are being fucking abused. Fraud, waste, abuse. Remember those words from this big election? Right? This big presidential fraud, abuse, and waste. They blew smoke up your ass. They made things worse because a lot of you believed it. So they went, we got you dumb fucks now, you ignorant Americans. That's how your government thinks of you. I promise. You ignorant Americans, you are nothing but a money source for them. And if you get unlucky enough to get wrapped up into the system in any way, shape, or form for maybe speaking out against them, something like that, then you become a number. Oh, wait, you were already a number. Social Security number. You were already a number. So, I'm doing this in a small time frame window that I have where I actually have the house to myself. So I'm not going to be on here long. But I just finished up on a 3-part series for the channel in which is going to reopen the door to everything we ever were on YouTube and more. Me and Tiffany. They thought that we bowed down. They thought that we went silent because that's what they wanted. We didn't go silent. We just kept it tucked away. Now we're going to talk. And there was and is a fly on the fucking wall in the Meade County government stuff. I've been utilizing it. Just like I have all this other stuff that I'm about to release collected. And it's still coming in. And I have a lot of connections in this area with people that care about what our government is doing with the money and to the people. I have been doing this for 4 years. They severely underestimated us. Hey, but that's our superpower, right? Just like people think that we're stupid. Good. I'm glad that they think that. And I am not very smart. I'm but a country boy from Indiana. But I'm smart enough to do what I'm doing. I'm smart enough to know that when you do anything with the United States government, no matter if it's the lowest level official or just some fucking street cop, all the way up to the president, you got to record and you got to know when to share it with the public. Because they are all part of a machine that is designed for waste, fraud, and abuse. They abuse you. They abuse your money. They abuse me. So So taking it back to the notion that people hate cops. People hate cops because when people need law enforcement to be done for them, for the safety of their families and their homes and their property, the cops' mentality is that they're supported by ignorant fucking civilians that say, you don't like cops, call a crackhead. One in chat if you agree. That's why people hate cops. So cops, all of you, even my friends that are listening right now, that are police officers, you got to learn how to fix that because that's your making. You have been telling people that don't like you to call fucking crackheads. You have been standing behind ignorant citizens who have been telling people that need law enforcement done, they already pay for it, to call fucking crackheads. You endorse it. It's a vicious circle. And that's why people hate you. Cops, that's why. That's why people hate you. Because you don't do anything for us. That's the problem. Some people in here saying they trust crackheads more than they trust cops. Hey, I seen crackheads get the fuck up and work their asses off for their next hit. You know what I've never seen? I've never seen a cop jump up and work their ass off for anybody unless it's part of their own machine. So if they want to be biased towards me because I have that realization, I realize that is the case. Just because I realize it. I don't personally hate cops. But I fully understand why people do. And that's why. So I have no problem sharing that information with them or sharing that knowledge with everybody who might be able to communicate with any of them. All of them. Not just cops. All government. They don't give a fuck about you. They might act like they do and think that they do in certain moments. But at the end of the day, they all report to the same machine. And that machine is going to tell them, don't you get out of line, we have an order here. We have an order here. You know what? Crackheads don't have an order. Maybe we should put badges on crackheads. It would do us the same amount of fucking good. I've met some really good law enforcement officers in the past 4 years. I've known some that I thought were really good all my life. It turns out they're all one way or another brick in the wall. Same machine. No matter how good of people they are individually, no matter how much they wanted to affect some type of change when they put the uniform on and went through a couple of weeks of a fucking physical training course, they all end up being just another gear. Just another gear with a boss and a unit that they can't cross lines on. The best they can do is become a whistleblower. They're trying to change it. The ones that are on the inside that do have morals, they're trying to change it. But what I'm getting ready to release, this FBI file that I'm about to release on my channel, to you officers that are out there trying, watch it. When you do, you'll understand why you're not getting anywhere. And look, maybe they are doing some stuff, but it's been 2.5 fucking years. Meanwhile, my family's safety has been in real jeopardy. Back when I was exposing the narcotics division of Clark County, Indiana, under Jamie Knoll, they tried to fucking send a dude on a motorcycle. No, they didn't try. They sent more than one. There was actually two that we caught, right? One dude pulls up. The only place back then when our cameras were positioned different in our property, they knew where our cameras were facing. There was one little spot where a person could maybe walk and avoid the camera's detection as they entered our property. The fucking cops from Clark County knew that and sent a fucking dude straight out of jail after getting narcotics charges. He was literally on the record as a person who had just been released on some narcotic stuff. Sent him on a motorcycle to park behind my oak tree out of the camera shot, and the motherfucker tried to sneak into my garage to plant drugs. I've dealt with that kind of shit before. I've dealt with these pigs trying to fucking frame us. They didn't get drugs into my garage because I was on the phone with the prosecutor in real time as it was happening, going, what the fuck do you all think you're doing letting these fucking narcotics pigs send fucking drug addicts to my fucking home? It got handled. It got handled because I'm vigilant. Because I do not trust the government. You know how much that has saved me in the past 4 years? Since I exposed the 9th District Republican Party chair of the United States of America? I don't give a fuck about politics. I am telling you from experience, your government is corrupt as fuck. And there ain't no individual officers out there putting on a Superman cape and saving everything overnight. It ain't happening. And you are already paying for everything you're not getting. Waste, fraud, and abuse. Republicans aren't helping you. They're lying to you about gasoline. You're still paying for the gas. You get it? Your car's $1 a gallon cheaper. You're still paying for it, though, because you eat food, and food arrives to the grocery on a semi that uses diesel. So when you pull up to the gas pump and you're about to say, oh, thank God, President Trump, or whichever the fuck lying president at the time is saying they saved you on gas, look at the green one. Look at the diesel price. $100 fucking out of my pocket says it went up. That's how they do it. It's still gas. It's still the same companies. It's still the oligarchs pocketing every bit of that money. And they are in cahoots with the government. You're not. You are not rich. Rich people on that level are not watching YouTube. If they are, they're probably watching kiddie porn. People on that level are not watching YouTube, so it's none of you watching this. None of you. The government is none of your all's friends. And all these idiots that are jumping aboard with this fucking case that I'm getting fucked over in, thinking that somehow you're making your way up the ladder. What the fuck are you thinking, stupids? Do you know how many have tried already? And we've watched them. They rise a little bit. They get a little wind under their sail, and then they go, oh, no. And then nobody does nothing for them. None of the people in Mid-County that they colluded with has come to save them. Where's Kaiser at? Anybody know? Can anybody tell me where Michael fucking Kaiser is right now? Who went to jail for coming to my house, being dropped off by a public official? And for having multiple burglary and theft charges weighing over his head at the same time. And YouTube, oh my God. I've been stuck in this algorithm section because I've been being quiet, right? being quiet as a YouTube operator. I've been doing a social experiment. And in the social experiment, my YouTube put me into this algorithm in which I had interest in hearing because I wanted to know what it is that had been going on in these people's circles. Like, they've always annoyed us and jumped on our coattails throughout all of our YouTube process. While we were actually building YouTube channel, right? There was this whole sector of YouTube that was like in our like out here yapping, wanting attention. Built on, they wanted attention based on our content, on what we were going through, me and Tiffany. And if you're wondering if I'm talking about you, the answer is probably yes. If you're watching, because what I've learned in this social experiment is that whole entire genre, that their entire life revolves around watching what I'm going through. The majority of them all agree that the one thing they can't do is get any information from the source, which is me or Tiffany. So they built all of their entire everything that they're living off of or doing every single day of the week off of secondhand information that they get wrong. You know what I'm saying? They get it wrong. Not completely wrong, but they get it wrong a lot. And then they don't want to listen to the one who got it in the first place and brought it to the public. Does that make any sense to any of you? And then they can't figure out why they fight amongst themselves when they're arguing over things because they disagree with each other. It's so fucking crazy, man. Look, they can't give any credit to the original people because the original people that brought all this to the public was me and Tiffany. And they have spent so much time bashing me and Tiffany and pretending that we have never provided any factual information when in fact, everything we've brought has been factual and proven and backed by records that we've obtained. We have. Tiffany and I did. We've shared a lot of that information, even with a lot of them. And then they use the information that we share with them, and they've even gotten more and been very helpful. It's been a very wild social experiment. And I have actually become quite close with some of those people in that I really enjoy and appreciate what they're doing. However, that whole fucking YouTube genre are riding our coattails for YouTube. For fucking YouTube, for God's sake. It's stupid. It's drama. It's fucking hilarious. But it's also very disheartening. It's also very disheartening because at the end of the day, what I've realized out of that entire genre is that they ain't taking stances for shit. Not in the big game. They're scared. They're scared of their government. Now, you know what? A lot of these people are comprised of United States veterans. And they are scared of their government. Perhaps they know more than I do. Maybe I am stupid. But I got fucking balls. And I'm an American. And I will stand for our rights. Which is more than what they can say now. They went out and put their lives on the line to fight in wars. But now they won't stand against small town corruption, political corruption. They'll state their mind and then they'll go, well, this is fun to talk about on YouTube. And they make a little bit of money off of it and they go back and forth and they find themselves every single day arguing with one another just to keep them occupied in life. But at the end of it, what they're not realizing is that they don't want to stand against the public corruption. Not directly. Makes no sense to me. You put on guns. You put on bulletproof clothing. You rode in armored vehicles. You drove across landmines. But you're not willing, now that you're home, you're not willing to go, hey, not doing it. It's not okay that public official in that teeny tiny town is fucking stealing from you. It's not okay that the law enforcement agencies in that town are not fucking enforcing the law for the public, to protect the public. And I'll tell you what really set me off. I learned everything I needed to learn about that corner of YouTube and social media as soon as I decided, Tiffany and I decided that we were going to go ahead and put ourselves out there and just tell people the truth about what was happening with Tiffany's daughter, in that she was being stalked by Todd Bryant. And I thought, no way is anybody, no fucking way is anybody going to be okay with that. So, calculated decision. We decided for that to be something that the public can learn about, because we kind of had to. And you know what happened? They made excuses for him. They made fun of him. But stalking a fucking minor was not serious enough for the majority of people in this dark fucking corner of YouTube, who like to pick on each other and argue amongst one another about bullshit that it's not even, they're not even at the end of the day fucking standing against it. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's so crazy to me. So yeah, there's been this social experiment going on for a while. And I have been paying attention. I'm not mad. I just needed to learn who it was that were yapping at our heels, calling us stupid and saying we were liars, that now realize that we're not liars, but still call us stupid. I wanted to know who those fucking heel yapping fuckers were in the background once I made more time by taking my attention off of what I was doing to grow and to keep my family safe. But I learned everything I needed to know when those people didn't take a stand against a grown fucking 60-year-old man stalking a minor child, girl. Made excuses for it. That ain't the America I want to be involved in. Sure, I know them. I'm not going to disown them. I've worked too hard to be involved in their little dark corner of the YouTube world. I'm going to stay there. Unless they don't want me, they can cry and go, get out of here if they want. But at the end of the day, I know who they are. And we've acquired new problems from that dark corner. But that dark corner is where a lot of our problems were coming from. And it's not the whole collection of them, right? But it comes from their collection. The people that the Meade County government found it in that dark corner of YouTube. That dark corner of human beings that don't think that it's the right thing to do to protect a child from a stalker. So Todd, when you play this, try not to skip this part. Quit fucking lying to everyone about why we took legal action against you, motherfucker. You were stalking Tiffany's daughter. and law enforcement failed the child. But you think it's because you weren't stalking? No. Law enforcement failed the child because it's Tiffany's child. Because Tiffany has done more for this country than anybody in your all's dark circle. And our government knows that. So it's nothing you did right or wrong. The reason you're not in jail, Bryant, it's nothing you did right or wrong. You're not in jail because our government is biased towards Tiffany for putting the 9th district chair for the Republican Party of the United States of America in fucking prison. That's why. It doesn't negate the fact that you were stalking her fucking minor daughter. Facts. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Facts. Our government fucking sucks when it comes to protecting civilians with the clear-cut statutes and proof. Nobody can prove it better than me and Tiff. We record every fucking thing. You're about to hear that we record everything when the FBI files come out the next day or two on this channel. We record everything. So the fact that they've been letting the 3%ers fucking intimidate us, the government, the fact that they let Tiffany's kid get stalked by a 60-year-old fucking weirdo from YouTube, the government. It ain't because y'all ain't doing it, 3%ers. It ain't because y'all ain't doing it, Todd Bryant. It's because of who we are. And you know what? I'm fucking proud of that. I am fucking proud that they feel that way towards us. Because that means we did something. Which is more than you can fucking say. You ain't done shit since you fucking left the military. We have. You want to hate us for it. What are you, jealous? Because you don't need to be. You get up and say something. You get up and do something about it. Oh, wait. Never mind. Your morals are opposite. You want to fuck the people in this country. You want to stalk little children. You want to protect pedophiles. Don't you, Killamilla? You want to protect pedophiles, don't you? Matter of fact, there's a lot of people protecting the same pedophile lately. A lot of people. And I think it's disgusting. Put a one in chat if you think it's fucking gross that Americans are protecting fucking known pedophiles. And I ain't talking about the fucking the 3%ers that want to go running after D over what he did or didn't do. Because the case was dismissed. You're talking about a fucking 14-year-old child and a 12-year-old child. You want to throw that to deflect whenever right now in their camp, the main leader dude from this 3%er organization out of Carrollton's fucking junior is sitting on 5 counts of rape and 4 counts of doing sexual shit with a minor. And none of them want it on none of their stuff. They don't want to touch it. They say, don't touch the poo. Clean it up. That's what I say. Quit trying to tell everybody don't touch it. Just clean it up. Get them out of your camp. Yeah, it's crazy. It's been crazy. The 3% leader is Pat. If you want to call him a leader, he's just some fucking low-life, failed fireman chief that had a drug problem and lost his job. Yeah, he's a veteran. You remember the guy that took a swing on me in the video? He said, I'm a fucking veteran. Remember him? Put it on the chat if you remember Pat. white curly head fat dude. I'm a fucking veteran. Took a swing on me trying to take my camera. Tiffany said, "You take a swing on him again, I will fucking level you." Y'all remember that? There's the ones. Yeah, that guy. That's Pat Sr. Pat Jr.'s the one with the hit, with the indictment. So, you know, yuck. Right? Yuck. But it's nothing we didn't expect. We fucking knew those were gross people. Aren't you, Greg? Aren't you, Giggles? Aren't you, Ron? Aren't you, Pat? You're gross fucking people and you know it, you liars. The feds know it. The sheriffs know it. The government knows it. And we know that they know it. Right? We, the people, also know that they know. And that's why we hate cops. That's why people hate cops. That's why. That's why. I don't hate cops. But I know that's why people hate cops. And their machine is not helping people like cops at all. Because the machine is keeping cops from being able to do anything for the public. When it comes to people that are real fucking threats to society. Like you, Todd Bryant. Like you, Rabbit. William Bartell, I think, whatever the fuck his name is, who jumps straight to making death threats the minute you say something that fucks his meth head brain up. Like you, Secret Courtship, who called my prosecutor a few weeks ago and lied and said that you were a victim. Right, Diesel? Secret Courtship, who everybody's buddying up with. Courtney. Fucking calling my prosecutors. You know how stupid you make them look? If you didn't want anyone fucking researching to find out what the fuck your problem was, then maybe you and your boyfriend shouldn't have been on the internet fucking doing aerial photos of my kid's fucking school in our house and telling people to come here to hurt us. You fucking dumb bitch. You don't get to call my prosecutor and say you're the victim when that's what you were doing. I know a lot of people aren't from the USA that are in here. I'll bet you find it amusing and probably somewhat disgusting what us Americans have allowed our government to do to this nation. Am I right? I know that if I was viewing it from the outside in, that's what I'd be thinking. I'd be thanking my lucky stars that I'm not here, where these are the problems that we have allowed ourselves to become victim of by protecting these government employees with shit like when a victim says, I needed the cops and I paid for them already and please help, my family's in safety is in jeopardy. And we Americans respond to each other by going, you don't like the cops, call a crackhead, motherfucker. How American. That is American, y'all. That's what America has become. And that's what law enforcement is utilizing to stay corrupt, to continue the fraud, waste, and abuse. They are using that. Was that a good impression? Call a crackhead, motherfucker. That sounds just like the Carrollton Group. That's actually where I come up with that. Took it straight out of their fucking videos. When you start seeing the chief deputy of the sheriff's department walking out to thank people who are in the process of intimidating participants in a legal proceeding, you're in America. or one of them other shithole fucking nations with corrupt government. All right, dark corner of the YouTube world. Man, y'all need to Janny. Y'all got some cleaning to do. And I would suggest that you clean the poop instead of vowing not to touch it. Clean it. And quit looking at people that are getting shit done or people that are actually going through some shit and making excuses for their fucking perpetrators. Stop making excuses. If you want to stand for one American, stand for all of us. I mean, isn't that what the fuck you were in the military for? I'm not telling you to fight our fucking fights right now. I'm saying don't be a bitch in your little dark corner of the YouTube world. And the same people that are in there being little drama queens with each other, which is fucking hilarious, by the way. It's fun to fuck with them. It's fun to play and partake. But at the end of the day, that entire group's biggest problem is that they refuse to do the right thing at the end of the day when there's a serious situation, such as when a 60-year-old man is stalking a minor girl. Put a one in chat if you agree that's where your foot comes down. When you catch a 60-year-old man stalking a minor girl, you don't have an opinion about what kind of legal action the family over that child decides to take. Stone vet. We don't care if you think whether or not we should have filed fucking legal action, bro. You moron. We're protecting our kid. And my phone keeps going off because the 3%ers just love fucking calling me and emailing me. All the time. It's got to stop. So, here you go. This is going to be used somehow where they're going to try to turn this on us. But they think they're going to get something out of this. They won't. I'm sure of it. Holy shit, thank you. Odin from Norway dropping 500 Norway dollars. Holy shit, thank you, brother. We love you, man. Full support and respect from Norway. We miss you, Odin. I'm glad you're feeling better, man. It was good talking to you the other day, too. You threw me off, buddy. Oh, yeah. So, all these opinions in the dark circle corner of fucking bullshit YouTube. Dramasphere. Talking about, we disagree with Chris and Tiffany filing a lawsuit on Todd. You don't fucking know what you're talking about. What we did was a legal strategy because our local government is biased towards us and we needed fucking protection orders. And the only way we were going to get into the proper courts is if we went through a whole fucking process, which needed to start with the small claims court so that we could get our foot in the door of the court that we needed because we want protection orders for our family. And so what if it comes along with a couple bucks? They won't pay it. You think Todd's going to pay any fucking money? We know that. We don't care about his fucking money. We want him to stop fucking stalking Tiffany's kid. And if you can't get behind that, then that's something you need to work on within yourself. That ain't our problem. And we couldn't give a fuck less about your YouTube opinion about it. But you do love running your mouth about how stupid we are. I really don't know how you can equate stupidity to wanting to protect your children. Think about that. Would you protect your children? Would you do everything that you could to protect your children? Your opinion don't matter to us. Think about that. What do you think matters to us? Doing what we got to do to protect the children. Not just the children, but our property. I've already lost my fucking career to these people. I've already lost everything that I built on YouTube to these people. I've already lost my reputation on social media to these people. I've lost my freedom to these people. I've lost my First Amendment right to these people. I've lost my Second Amendment right to these people. I've lost a lot. I was extradited to another state for a fucking thumbnail on YouTube. That seems to be something that most people on YouTube want to forget. I was extradited to another state over a fucking YouTube thumbnail. At least very few people can say that. Yeah, the case is special. But when have you seen anyone grow and be stupid like I am at the same time who didn't have something special to offer social media or YouTube? We're not in it to try to compete with people that are really gifted at creating content. We just happen to have the story that is the content. It's our life. It's our life. And that's what so many people are running to ride on the coattails for. I'm live, buddy. I'm live on my YouTube channel. Okay? All right. I won't be able to stay on here, y'all. You're okay. It's right here. What? All right. So, obviously, the fam's home, and I'm going to hop off here. I love you guys, and make sure that you don't miss the premiere that's coming. What day is it? Wednesday, I think. Let's go ahead and drop it at 6 p.m. tomorrow. 6 p.m. tomorrow. And then we're going to start taking you with us in real time and showing you how these cops have been acting. In real time. Put it on the chat if you want to see how they've been acting when they thought that we were going to keep our mouths shut on YouTube from here out. Put it on the chat if you want to see how they've been acting. It's coming. You're going to see. La Rata. All right, y'all. Love you, and see you in the premiere tomorrow at 6 p.m. Man, so awesome to have you all here and in our corner. And I'm glad to rebuild. I want to get back to where we were, get out of this dark circle. It's weird. This dark YouTube circle is not for me. I want to get back to actually growing and trying to protect the youth of this nation, because it's going downhill fast. And every time the government tries to trick us, I see right through it. I ain't falling for it. All right. Love y'all. See you tomorrow, 6 o'clock on the channel.